Welcome back to Igniting Inspiration at Pershing School. I'm Boz, otherwise known as Diona Iacobazzi, and I am the principal of this fine establishment. And I am so proud of what you're going to see next. You're going to see Maribel Galvez doing her thing and creating some really special opportunities for her kids in the classroom. I hope you enjoy it and you learn a lot. I think one of the things that Maribel does really well is she is so very intentional with what she does every single time. She makes sure to identify the needs of the students and takes the extra time that it usually takes to do that well. She absolutely gets to know her children and forms relationships with them. And you have to do that in order to have your kids do the things that she's doing in that video. Maribel is so very diligent in knowing relevant information, seeking relevant information, always wanting what's best for her kids. Not that every teacher doesn't want what's best for their kids, but she just is regularly offering her suggestions. She wants her students to really feel good about the work that they're doing and tries to push them is always pushing.
Hello, I'm Eileen Piper-Simpson, the assistant principal at Pershing, and I wanted to stop in today to talk a little bit about Maribel's lesson. One of the things that I really liked about Maribel's lesson was that it really brought to life formative assessment, something that I as a classroom teacher, and I think many classroom teachers have difficulty with. Formative assessment is sometimes considered feedback to kids, but I like the idea of Dylan Williams, Jim Knight, and some other people who've worked with teachers in formative assessment about feeding kids forward. That means taking them right where they are and showing them different ways to go forward. I love that Maribel also highlighted the idea that the kind of language you have is good language, that all language is used in conversation. And it also tied in student self-reflection, which was another really awesome thing to see and something that's very supported by research. Again, our room full of teachers came alive when they saw this strategy as something they could really use. Again, and I think it's really important because it's not just the WIDA standards, it's the Common Core standards, and it also ties to our elevation system. And in this way, I think it's not one more thing for teachers to do, but one way to tie everything together that we're doing.
I think part of having students be more reflective about their own language levels is just having constant reminders and examples of what language looks like at level 1 through 5, and like having them practice self-assessing themselves. And I've actually done not like a whole ton of it. Like I've started having discussions like that, and like even the first day that I tried it, like the kids were really spot on about their own language level. The majority of them were very spot on, and that just involves them. Like I have this anchor chart in my classroom that I'm always referring to, and like they see it all the time, and I'm always referring to it and saying like, oh, this is a level 5 or this is a level 4, and it's just a lot of discussion and conversation, like making them feel comfortable and like telling them that like a level 1 and a level 2 have a place in our writing, that I write level 1 and level 2 kind of language, you know, all the time. We all do. But it's just like the challenge of when we have to do responses, like long responses, we want to challenge ourselves to write more complex sentences at a level 5.
Who would like to read our social studies objectives for today? Who would like to read them? Jaretsi, nice and loud, please.
We can write about the history of slavery using complete sentences and vocabulary from a word bank.
Who wants to help her with that one word? Zaire?
Vocabulary.
Jaretsi, could you repeat it?
Vocabulary?
Yeah. Who wants to read our second objective? Jordan, go ahead, nice and loud.
Social studies, we can respond to questions about the history of slavery using sentences, frames, and vocabularies from a word bank.
All right, nice job. So what we're going to do is we're going to think about the language that the person who is sharing is doing. So if you think that they're doing a level 1 response, I want everybody to listen and give a 1. If you think it's a 2, hold out a 2 like this. If you think it's a 3, hold out a 3, 4, and 5. Everybody got it? All right. So, but before we do that, is a level 1 and a level 2, are those bad?
No.
We use level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We use this type of language all the time, and they are all okay. Now, when you're writing a very long response, you want to challenge yourself to have level 3 sentences, level 4 sentences, and level 5 sentences, right? You want to challenge yourself. But these are all good, all right? So I don't want anybody to feel bad if they get like this, a 2, because that's fine. These sentences have a place in our writing too, all right? Who brought enslaved people to North America and why? Who wants to give it a shot? Zaire, go ahead.
European settlers brought enslaved Africans to the New World because the ones that owned that farm didn't have to pay them.
Okay, what do you guys think? What do you think, Axel? What kind of response did he give? I thought that was a 4. He had a very long sentence that reminded me of a level 4. Yeah. Now, I also saw, hold on, Genesee. I also saw Zaire doing something with this question that I really liked. What was he doing? Jordan, what was he doing? Did you see what Zaire was doing back there?
He was doing the word.
Yeah, he was looking at our special vocabulary words, right? That's totally okay to do. If you need to come up here and look to see a word, you could go do that. Now, Zaire said the word farm, but we learned a special word for a large farm. What did you learn, Julio? Plantation. So if we wanna get to that level 5, right, we wanna try to use as many of those history words that we can. So I'm gonna pretend like I'm on Class Kick, right? This is what you're gonna see. All right. So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go first, and I'm gonna ask Stephanie the question. When and where did slavery start?
Slavery started in Youngstown, Virginia.
All right, and then Stephanie is going to be recording this on her iPad, all right? So, and then Stephanie, then we're gonna switch, and then she's gonna ask me the questions.
Wait. European settlers transported enslaved people to the New World on large ships using routes called the transatlantic slave trade.
Plantations, yes, very good. So we shouldn't be using farm, right? We should be using plantation. Okay, I want you to go back to your seats. I'm gonna pass this out. Try to write as much as you can. I'm gonna give you 15 minutes.